Good morning, and I hope you enjoyed this beautiful weekend. So many of you in your Let's Focus on the Positive talked about riding your bikes. So I also love to ride my bike, which is why I'm doing this video in my helmet, safety first. So I hope when you are riding your bikes, you are also wearing a helmet. So this week is going to look a little different than previous weeks. Last week we learned about what a controlled experiment was, and I gave you the example of a pendulum experiment where we changed one variable at a time. So this week, the goal, and next week actually, the goal is for you to conduct a controlled experiment. And I'm going to give you a list of projects to choose from, and there's several steps along the way, but if you take it step by step, it shouldn't be bad whatsoever. And many of the project options require little to no materials, and they're all fun to do. So here's a look at some of the directions for this week. So this is what your Schoology page is going to look like. You're going to have the directions. There's going to be an intro video, and then some project options, and then some places to submit a couple of assignments. In your directions, in previous weeks, you could pretty much choose your order, and there was always 3 videos and a couple of articles to read. Here you have to do things in order. So you're going to watch the Edpuzzle first. You're going to click here to view your project options and choose one, and then you're going to complete your question assignment in Schoology. This is the other different thing. You need to get my approval for this question before moving on. Once you move on, then you're going to create a hypothesis for your experiment, which is basically what do you think is going to happen. And that's satisfactory, like just those 4 things for the week. However, step 5 is then working on your materials and procedures. Once you have your project chosen, I'm going to help you with your materials and procedures list. With a couple of sentence starters and some other things to think about for that. And then if you're at that point and you're ready to do your experiment by the end of the week, then I'll talk with you individually for that. So other things to consider for this week is that we will not be having a Zoom session like we had in the previous weeks. This week I'm going to be available on Zoom for office hours, meaning like if you want some help on any part of the project, you can just join into a Zoom call I'm going to be there from 2 to 3 p.m. on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it would be like if you had a question during Barron time, if you were working on this in class and you just wanted to talk about something real quick, just hop onto that Zoom call and I can help you out during that time. And I'll post those links in Schoology, of course. For those of you, I think most of you are pretty good at starting things earlier in the week. I would definitely encourage you to do that, because if you aren't doing number 3 until, let's say, Saturday, I might not be checking anything until Sunday evening. So please make sure you try to get these things done earlier in the week so you can move on to the next part. I hope you have a great week. Enjoy the project that you choose, and please let me know if you have any questions. Have a great week.